discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content.
Yes, and I tell you, I liked Asuka, and I was starting to but
I got goosebumps just mentioning her name.
Pop them. So expect to get shot back. So they do normally say, "Oh, he's gonna get a receipt for that."
I figured that's what I meant.
So yeah, I wasn't talking to you. So he spells it WYWY and then Elvis. That's hysterical. So he responds to that. Wee.
Gonna stomp my boots in the.
Trying to come at me saying that we're not in the business. Suck, please. I'm in the business 20 plus years and change. All right, so.
She's too much woman for him.
Jeez, that's true.
Well, he might be half man, half donkey. If you know what I'm saying.
To license.
But they want to block the Ruby Riott video.
Exactly.
And for that, WWE, fuck you.
Here's your headline.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mimi Goody.
Shalom.
And the third wheel, Rick Serrano the third.
Yo.
And of course our intern, Miguel Cole.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Alright, Jesus Christ. You guys are something else. Alright, we got lots to talk about today. I mean, not too much going on, but there's a lot of things that happen in the world of professional wrestling that we will get into in just a short moment. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yep.
Yes, it is. So if you crack open your favorite beer, as I am, and if you're a wine drinker, go ahead and drink up your wine. But if you are Rick Serrano the third,
I'm going to drink a big glass of milk, eat some chocolate chip cookies, and then maybe I'll take 3 Viagra.
3 Viagras?
you know, that last part of it always cracks me up. I don't know why. It's just too...
I mean, if you're into politics, you could booth your favorite beer.
Okay.
Booth?
No.
Nothing there,
No.
Rick.
No, I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what...
Exactly.
Yeah. I think he's the only one that laughed at his joke.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
it is.
A little late, Miguel.
It's not my fault that they don't know what it is. Watch the news.
Yeah, watch the news, people. All right, so before we go on and talk about the happenings of the wrestling world, newsworthy injuries and all that rumor shit, we got to take a look at the Facebook poll of the week, which was one of them was, should the Orton and Jeff Hardy's Hell in a Cell match be placed in the Wrestling POV vault for Match of the Year candidate? Why and why not? Mimi, I forgot. What were your thoughts on this before, as far as if this should be in the book?
Which, I forgot.
Oh my lord! Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy in the Hell in a Cell match.
No, I think, I don't remember.
You still say no?
I don't remember.
Damn, that was all right.
I'm old.
For me, I still say no. I don't think it was that worthy, especially the botch at the end. But a comment by Laura Hobson. She said it was definitely one of the greatest matches of the pay-per-view this year. I still don't think so, but here are the results. It was 63% said yes, put it in their vault. So, and 37% of the people said nah, didn't like it. So,
So is it going in the vote?
Well, the people voted, so we have to put it in.
There we go. So let's open it up.
That sounded more like Godzilla.
Well, that's where we keep the vote, baby. Thanks for telling everybody.
Right? Jesus.
Godzilla,
Oh my God. Anywho. All right, so it's in the vault, and by year's end, probably in the beginning of December, what we're going to do is we're going to have like a tournament style to determine which match was definitely match of the year. So I'm very excited and happy about that. So
happy, joy.
Exactly, happy, joy. So now another, I went to a wrestling event. Actually, Mimi tagged along too. She's always tagging along. We went to go see the WWE in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It was the SmackDown Live crew, and before the show started, there was a picture of Miguel and Rick Serrano III.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. Check it out. I don't know if you can hear it, but take a listen. This is when, just to break it down, Byron Saxton saw the picture of Miguel and Rick, and this is what he had to say. So,
I mean,
real wrestling match is real.
Miguel. I mean, come on! This is my job. This is what I do. And guys, my man Byron Saxton, he liked my tweet. So there you go. Another celebrity. Whoop for me.
All of a sudden, now he's a Byron Saxton fan.
I think Miguel's always been a Byron Saxton fan.
Yes, I mean, I know Brian a long time.
It's Byron.
Byron.
Oh yeah. Byron.
So that happened, and the thing with it is just being there itself. I know the audio wasn't that great, but just being there itself, I mean, the whole crowd popped big, and they just laughed so hard. Especially, just look at the video on our Facebook page at Wrestling POV, by the way, and of course we got an Instagram too at Wrestling POV1, and check us out on Twitter too at Wrestling POV1. So it was a good time. I tell you this much. I gained a little bit of respect for the Iconics. I just went up a notch. Just seeing them live and watching them perform. I still don't like them, but watching them and watching, like the things that the camera doesn't really catch, I was like, okay, you know what? All right, okay, it's getting there, but not there. Anyway,
listen, Tony.
No.
You used to say this about The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, too.
And Sheamus.
And look at where you are now. And Sheamus. And look at where you are now.
That is true. So give me some time. I might like him. I don't know. Right now, it's like, no. But the main event was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles.
Oh, Samoa Joe.
It was a good match. Very damn good match, man. I tell you. And then, of course, what led off the match was always the New Day.
And throwing pancakes.
They still threw pancakes. Damn. It's like,
it's a waste of food. There's people starving in Africa.
And a surprise wrestler came out, Nikki Cross.
Yes.
She came out probably to one of the biggest pops I've heard.
Oh my God, yes.
So to say that people don't know who she is, it's irrelevant. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they saw, because it was a 6-woman tag, which confused me a little bit because I thought Carmella is a face now, but she teamed up with the Iconics that night.
Okay.
And was very heelish. And on the other side, it was who was it?
Asuka.
Oh, Asuka, Naomi, and Nikki Cross.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Wow.
Asuka is phenomenal.
Yes, and I tell you, I liked Asuka, and I was starting to like, but
I got goosebumps just mentioning her name.
Pop them. So, no, I mean, I was really amazed by Asuka. Asuka, I think, in my opinion, had the biggest pop of the night.
Oh, my God, yes.
Those three of them, we said. It was Asuka, Nikki Cross second, and Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. And AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah.
In that order. Jeff Hardy's pop, I was just like, I didn't think he was going to get a pop at all. I was just like, people crowding, like, yay, but the fuck, they blew that fucking roof off.
Oh, my God, did they?
Oh, like, Jesus. And then when Nikki Cross came out, it was like the building shook.
Yes.
Seriously, I was like amazed. And she was soaking all that shit in. I posted videos. I posted that video of her coming out. And it was just so amazing to see how she acted. And she was a face.
Yeah.
She was a face. So I was just like, wow, okay, cool.
And the thing is
Go ahead.
the thing is that with Asuka and Naomi, like Nikki Cross was doing some craziness, and they would copy her,
kind of, yeah.
you know, and then make it into like. I know it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun
very
watching
entertaining. Nikki Cross looked like she was just having a lot of fun out there. And and actually, you know who got another big pop too? I forgot, was the Usos.
Yes.
They fought in this. It was a 6-man tag,
Yes.
or a 3-man tag. Sorry, it was New Day, Sanity, and the Usos for the belts.
And Sanity got a big boo, which is what they wanted.
Exactly. When they came out, but what was funny was Killian Dane was hysterical.
Yes.
About teasing about taking his shirt off, and everybody was like, "Put it on, put it on." And then, so for a good 5 minutes, they kept teasing about it. He finally did it, and he threw it at the crowd. It was pretty funny. Killian Dane was quite.
Oh yeah, and
character.
then somebody threw the shirt right back at him to put it back on.
No, that was when the Usos did it. They threw his shirt back.
But the thing is that there was like maybe a handful of us who was cheering for them.
Yeah.
And he would look at us.
Yeah.
You know, and point at us, and then, you know, continue yelling at everybody else.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I had a good time, you know, and it was a lot of fun. So just make sure, you know, if you go to a live event, go to it, because I'm telling you, I had more fun in those 3 hours of a SmackDown live.
I know.
Than I did watching it shit on TV.
It is so true.
It's true. I had and the matches were good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The matches were really good. Andrade Cien versus Selena Vega. I can't believe how short she is, man.
Yes, it was Andrade,
And-
Selena
yeah.
versus Rusev and
and
Lana. I'm gonna tell you what. I had to pick Tony's jaw off the ground because he was like, Lana.
Well, it was more for Selena.
Selena también. Oh my God.
She had the massive wedgie.
Oh my gosh. I said, man, look at that. She's got a massive wedgie. And all the guys around me was like, yeah. It looked good.
Tony, I'm sure you got footage of that. Can you
Yes,
send that to me?
I you know, for journalistic, yes, I absolutely will, and just make sure you comment on that too. So anyway, all right, so let's move on. All right, so obviously the big talk of the town is Brie Bella and Liv Morgan. I got a lot to say about that, but before I say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to talk as a wrestler, not a fan. I'm going to talk as a wrestler. So, but before I go into that, I put it on Facebook, on our Facebook page, at Wrestling POV Podcast. So make sure you come check it out. Make sure you like the page too, and give us a 5-star, please.
Yeah.
Write something good or bad, don't matter. I don't give a shit. One or the other. My God, people, get with the freaking program.
Word.
The herd. Anyway. All right. So the question I put on was thoughts on Brie's knocking out Liv Morgan. And then, of course, I put a video which later got taken off by the WWE. WWE snitched on us. There was another incident that happened where Brie Bella, again, she was going off with a seesaw, and she drilled Ruby Riott. Mm-hmm. And the look on Ruby Riott was, I'm going to kill you, bitch. And Brie was like trying to say something to her. I don't know what it was. Now, before I give my thoughts, before I ask you what your thoughts were, some of the comments about it was, I think, Greg Pomes, he said, I think there will be a receipt in Australia for Brie. Those that don't know what that means in wrestling, if you stiff somebody, if you give them a good shot, you can expect to get shot back. So they do normally say, oh, he's going to get a receipt for that.
I figured that's what it meant.
So, yeah, I wasn't talking to you. So, damn.
Mean.
I was talking to the people. All right, so, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you thought that way. Wrestler's mind. So Greg Pomes says, I think there will be a receipt in Australia for Brie. Ruby looked pissed. Sarah is more scared for Liv or Liv?
Liv.
Liv. It looked like. Rick Serrano, he said you chimed in on it, and you said I just rewatched it. I wasn't really paying attention as it was a Bella Twins match. That was
Me
ridiculous, and what made it worse was dragging a limp Liv. It's true.
Well, Rick, I was right along with you on that one because I didn't realize it until I saw it on our page, Wrestling POV page, and I was like, oh, damn. Let me watch this in big screen TV.
Well,
I was like,
the true professional that I am. No, I honestly, when they came, I was like, oh, Jesus. So I was too busy on my laptop doing some more research. And then when I saw Lived in the corner of my eye, on Lana and Zelina Vega. But that's another story. I saw Liv Morgan on the side. She was like on the side of the ring. I'm like, I wonder. Then that's when I set it down. I'm like, all right, what happened? So I rewound the whole match and I saw everything. I'm like, huh. Like I said, I got an opinion on it, and I'll discuss it in a second. Josh Sanders, he's our interstate champion.
Yeah.
He posted a meme or a GIF, of Chris Tucker saying, "You got knocked the fuck out."
Is Chris Tucker here?
Yeah, I know. You know,
forgot to say, man.
you got knocked the fuck out. All right. So anyway, and then Jay Havel, he says, so she's not happy, just trying to hurt herself. She's now hurting others. 2 botched dives, cracking Miz with a stiff shot, and now Liv. Plus, to top it off, she gave Ruby 1 shot as well. She needs to stay out of the ring. Talent is not sexually transmitted. Pretty funny. I like that. That was hysterical. You see me knee slapper. Alrighty then. No, I'm kidding. That was funny though. So now Michael.
He's trying to say
what?
That Daniel Bryan is talented and his wife is not.
Well, I mean, come on. Honestly. Facts. Exactly.
Okay, I'm just asking.
So, now Michael Hunsinger, former Rick Serrano, the 3rd recipient, he says, before I respond to this, I decided to go back and watch Brie's actions over the last several weeks. I know I got a lot of heat for defending her botched suicide dives. Now, you know what, Mike? I'm going to stop you right there. Now, when you defended that, your statements are no longer relevant. All right? None. But you know what? I'm going to keep reading it because that's just the kind of guy I am. All right. But this is a total different situation we're addressing now, which is true. She has thrown a lot of potatoes since then. Do you know what potatoes is?
Yeah.
What is
Yes,
it?
Tirando papa. Tirando papa.
You can make a mashed potatoes and French fries.
See?
Sometimes they're sweet.
And sometimes
It's
you
true, they
bake
have
them,
100
Stop!
sides.
or you could boil them in a stew.
They have them in Idaho.
Mexicans, you hear? Boy, let me in the stew.
Well, I am New Mexican now.
That's true. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep on going, people. Anyway, potato means give him a shot. And I will in no way, shape, or form condone her sloppy methods. Not only did she pop The Miz, knock Liv Morgan out and stiff Ruby Riott, but that running knee strike she hit on Zelina Vega on SmackDown.
Yes.
True.
That's true.
That is true. On SmackDown was as stiff as a teenage dick on prom night.
Damn.
Mike, I was with you up until this point where
Well, your dick wasn't stiff on prom night?
shit, I had many girls that night. Mike, did you have a date on that prom night? I'm just curious.
Oh, damn.
My God. Anyway,
I went with my cousin.
You're not Mike, Miguel.
what is cuss? Jesus Christ.
Your kissing cousin?
Kissing cousin, man.
Hey, we only kiss on the cheek.
Oh my God! All right, so he continues, go back and watch it. Zelina's head snapped back, and you can tell that it wasn't a love tap, which I do agree. I realize this is ballet, but you're putting your well-being as well as your trust in someone else's hands when you step in that ring, and for someone to legitimately injure their opponent, purposely or not, goes against the code of pro wrestling. Vince needs to bench Brie until she can learn how to wrestle again, or send her ass home.
I agree.
I agree.
And I love Brie.
I know that, and so does Mike, and
and I
you cannot
agree.
defend this.
No, there's no defending because
Okay.
I'm not even trying.
It's true. It's true.
She
So
wasn't ready.
she wasn't ready. Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts in a second. And then Rick, you posted a picture of yourself busted open, and it said you asked Brie for an autograph and she botched it. You guys definitely gotta check it
you
out.
should put that on like Facebook in general.
It is on Facebook.
No, but that was in the
Oh,
comments.
yeah.
I'm talking about posting it in
It's
general.
also on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
And then tag Brie.
And tag her on it. That'd be funny as
Oh,
hell.
I did. I'm waiting for a response.
Right. All right. So
Or
Keith
block.
Lane, he says, fire her. She's a bad accident waiting to happen. Rich Sanford said, since returning, she's botched at least 3 times. She needs to go back to developmental ASAP. Kevin Freight, he said at least 3 times. I think you misspelled hundreds of times. Damn, that's cold.
I know.
Richard Galacki, he said she wasn't focused on what she was doing and too busy on the crowd and throwing her stupid arms up in the air.
That's true too.
Reyes Rodriguez says taunting the opposing corner, it looked like, which she did do that if you look at the match. Thomas Voigt said, why isn't it both their fault with the botch move? YY Elvis, you know, that's an awesome name. I like that name. That's a cool wrestling name. YY Elvis. He spells it WYWY and then Elvis. That's hysterical. So he responds to that. Wee wee. Wee Elvis. Oh my god. So
I'm so sorry.
damn. Hey, if you're listening, brother, that's the puppet, not us.
The puppet master.
Right? So he responds to Thomas and says, because moves like that, it's up to the person that is throwing the punch or kick to pull back. So that the other person can sell it. The person taking the hit is supposed to just sit there and go with the flow, which is exactly what Liv did.
Yes.
I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why in a second. I want to see if there's another good one here. Okay, I have no clue. Nah, okay, you know what? That's enough. That's enough of that. All right. Now, and then, of course, I posted a video of Ruby getting decked in the face, and that just didn't look pretty. All right, so now, before I go on to my thoughts, Mimi, what are your thoughts on it, watching it the first time or second time, when she got drilled in the face and when she hit Ruby?
Oh my god! I was like, oh my god! Her nose, the bone went straight to her brain, and she's fucking knocked out. You know what I mean? I know she did get some sort of minor head injury.
Concussion. They end up saying she did get a concussion.
You know, and the thing is, I know she saw stars.
Of course.
It was. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, ah! You know.
Yeah. All right, but what's your overall opinion on it?
I think that it was 100% Brie's fault.
Yeah.
And she needs to be in developmental again before going back to the ring.
All right, Rick, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
1,000% Bree's fault. She needs to go back to developmental. I agree with
So
you.
you don't see it being Liv's fault?
Not at all.
Why?
A lot of the because what happened was she was taking the hits fine, and Brie, if you look at the freeze frame, took her eyes off of Liv and kept throwing the kicks. She kicks her square in the nose, and Liv's reaction to get hit in the nose is to move forward. Now, anybody that gets kicked in the nose, you're going to move forward. So she moved forward, and Brie at that point was speeding up the kicks, so she caught her again in the head. So that is all on Brie. For all those Brie supporters in the comment sections, you know what? Stop it. Stop. There's no way. And then they're going to try to come at me saying that that we're not in the business. Suck, please. I'm in the business 20 plus years and change, all right? So Exactly. So don't come at me with that nonsense.
Exactly.
But yeah, I believe it's Brie's fault 100%, and she should not be in no ring, let alone 2 shows in Raw and SmackDown.
That's
she should not
huge.
be on any live show.
Exactly. And now, all right. So now, my opinion on this, and like I said, I'm gonna give it an opinion as a worker. I don't blame both of them for what happened. I don't. I watched it over and over and over again to see maybe did she really just maybe it was just off. The timing was off, or the timing wasn't off. I'll tell you that much. The timing was not off. Liv, the thing is, Liv's got a lot of hair, which people don't understand. She's got a lot of hair. So when she's doing that, and she lunges forward a little bit, for Brie, being a professional, she needs to time it off of that. Mm-hmm. She does. Yep. And on top of that, though, why are you kicking high up when you need to be kicking lower?
Right, because she's on her knees.
Yeah, she's on her knees. And, when they're doing those kicks, when you watch The Miz do it, because Miz copies off of Daniel Bryan, and when you watch Daniel Bryan do it, their legs are in an angle. They're constantly in an angle. They're not straight out and across. Okay? So I agree. It's 100% Brie's fault. Okay? Since she returned, she's botched the suicide dives. Mm-hmm. She did that to Zelina Vega. She did that shit to The Miz. It's kind of like, wait a minute. Whoa. You know what? Absolutely. Back in the day, when you got injured, you had to go back and refine your skills. Either you would go to an OVW show back in the day, or the developmental, or go to NXT to get yourself back in rhythm again. Because your timing couldn't be off. And she never did that. I don't think she ever did, to be honest. Because there's no excuse for that many botches. Mm-hmm. And then the same freaking match, drilling Ruby Riott. And come on, man. And from what I heard, that Ruby and Sarah Logan, they were pissed off in the back.
Oh, I bet they were.
Okay? Now, this is the bomb. This is the little bombshell I'm throwing at everybody. Okay? And I implore you to watch this match again. Because if you watch in the beginning of this match, Liv Morgan started it. Mm-hmm. Okay? And she was in the ring with Nikki. She did something to Nikki that pissed Nikki off. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I think that's when it started. And I'm pretty sure it did. Because Liv was she's a wild, to me, she's not careless. She's, the women wrestling nowadays, they stepped up their game.
Oh, yeah.
They stepped up their game. And I'm sorry to say, for the Bellas, they're not there.
No.
They're not on their level.
They've never been on any level.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It was their looks. That's it. And the
looks
fact
and
that
the guy they were dating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. One was
dating
dating John Cena.
But that's what it was.
It's true.
They've never had talent. They were always the girls that brought out the old Hall of Famers and stuff.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you this, though. I mean, come on now. And I'm going to ask you, Mimi, when AJ Lee left, who broke her record?
Nikki. Nicole, yeah.
You really mean to tell me Nikki's that damn good to break her? No.
She wasn't.
They were doing it to spite AJ Lee, and I'm gonna say that right now. And I'm not a big fan of them. And I say AJ and Punk.
AJ Lee.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I thought, with AJ Lee, same thing. She could maybe handle, stay up to par with the female wrestlers nowadays, but she wasn't all that.
Right.
But still, they took Nikki Bella to break her record. Really?
Why on that page?
Exactly.
So,
or why not?
There was a lot of talent there that could have done it besides Nikki Bella.
Absolutely.
And I agree. I think it was all because of who they were fucking. There, I said it.
It's not who you know, it's who you blow.
So, damn. So, but like I said, watch the beginning of the match. Liv did something to Nikki, and you can look at Nikki's face.
You think she did something or said something?
Well, one rumor that was out there, but I don't think it's really true, is that they're saying that in the back before the match started and shit like that, that Liv was talking about Daniel Bryan, how good he looks now that he cut his hair and his beard, that he looks fine, and Brie overheard it. So then they're saying that she was going to go in there and say something to Liv, but then Nikki stopped her and says, no, we'll take care of it in the ring. That's the rumor that's going out now. Whether it's true or not, I'm not going to say it is.
Yeah, well, Daniel Bryan looked good.
I mean, have we seen Daniel Bryan? I don't think that's true.
Well, look who he's married to.
Well, she's cute,
Who?
Brie.
Yeah, she is. She's a good-looking woman.
So
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, look, come on. So you can't really downplay Daniel Bryan, Jesus,
Yeah,
look
you
who's
can.
Married. Look who's married to. Come on. So anyway,
yeah, you can, because she's like she's too much woman for him.
Jeez, that's true.
Well, he might be half man, half donkey, if you know what I'm saying.
Or should I go?
Yeah, that's disgusting. All right, so what was that? Oh, but like I said, I'm not saying that's true or not. I don't know if that is. I'm not confirming that. You guys know if it's something that I heard from my source that I can never reveal, I will say it. But that's what I heard. That's why I never reported it in the well, I'm not going to report it in the rumors. But I did hear that, and then there's two sides to it. Some people say, no, that's not what happened. Some people are saying, yeah, that's what they... But my thing is, like I said, if you watch the beginning of the match, Liv Morgan started that match with Nikki Bella. And Liv did something to Nikki that she did not like in the very opening of that match. And Nikki gave her a dirty-ass look and said something to her. And I think whatever that incident happened, I think that's what started it. In my opinion.
Well, yeah, because women can be very catty.
I know that. They cannot come out. I'm sorry. You cannot come out. Now, the women's division in itself is slim. Okay? Truth be told, it's a very slim division. Okay? When one girl gets injured, you don't think another girl's going to be, I'm taking that spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't know. They are not all buddy goody two shoes. Like, I'm sorry. As a former wrestler, if I see somebody just coming in and then they get a fucking title shot and is representing us as champion, yeah, I'm going to be pissed. I put in a lot of hard work, and then this person, I'm talking about Ronda Rousey, and this person just comes in just because of who she is and got a title shot and wins the title, I'd be pissed. You look at somebody like Ember Moon. That woman should be champion right now.
Yeah.
Right now. She should have gotten a title shot right now. No, you know what? A while ago, she should have gotten it.
Well,
Asuka should have been remaining.
Let's say Bailey and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Who are not even existing right now.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Bailey is one of the best wrestlers we've ever had in the women's division, and she has been just deflated like our little balloon buddies.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I just got that. But think about it too. Asuka, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. For me, and I know they're doing this because of the pay-per-view coming up, but I'm sorry, your time was gone. Your time is done. Not gone. Your time is done. It's just done. You're done. Why you want to come back just to do this pay-per-view?
Well, and I have to say this is that the last thing I want to see is Nikki Bella winning that title from Ronda Rousey.
And she won't. If she does, you know how much. Oh my God, Jesus!
Out of all people, Nikki Bella.
But the thing is, she doesn't even deserve the title shot.
No,
That's
she
what I'm trying to
She
say.
was in the final 2 of the Royal Rumble. I mean, come on.
Exactly. My thing is, no, she should not be involved. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said.
To hold the women to the ring.
Yeah. That's what I said. Are you kidding me? Ruby Riott deserves a freaking title shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Ember Moon deserves a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They need to wake up. They claim that, Stephanie McMahon made a comment on social media saying, yeah, we listen to the fans. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
And speaking of social media, Brie Bella goes on social media and talks about how her job is not to hurt anybody and she's not trying to do that. First of all, now you're taking the realism, I'm doing air quotes, of wrestling away by admitting to it that you're not trying to hurt. Your whole goal is to hurt the person so you can pin them for the 3 count.
Exactly.
So by you admitting that you're not trying to hurt them, you're messing up. Little kids still believe in this stuff.
Exactly.
And
like Rick Serrano
want
III.
to believe in the facade of professional wrestling.
Yep.
That's why I'm interested in it. That's why I enjoy watching the show, because it's a story.
Exactly.
And you making it real is ruining it.
Yeah.
And the WWE is supporting her.
Yeah.
Because they blocked our video that we posted about Ruby Riott. They can't block videos about Liv Morgan because everybody has seen that.
Right.
But they want to block the Ruby Riott video.
Exactly.
And for that, WWE, fuck you.
I think they should go into the
WWE. And with that being said, unsupport WWE news.
Wow. Holy shit.
Wow, Rick said the F word.
Yeah.
Yes, because how dare you block us on video that we posted, and then I fought them, Tony. I fought them. And then I got 2 days later, I got a return message saying WWE won the argument. And I'm like, how? It's a public forum. It's our commentary on the action of WWE. We do it all the time.
Exactly.
But this one specific video, ridiculous.
Yep, exactly. Here's my issue, okay? Is the fact that does accident happen in the ring? Yes, absolutely. Because there's other wrestlers out there, they're saying, accidents happen. It's part of the business. Okay, yeah, I get it. I've been there. Accidents do happen. I even been to the point where I was fighting Oman Tortuga, okay, and the Puerto Rican Nightmare, Diablo, 2 Ring of Honor guys I had wrestled with. Right. And I told Oman, I said, yo, just drag me hard as you can. Because I wanted the realism of it. I wanted him to hit me. Of course, motherfucker cold clocked my jaw so hard, I was like, damn, all right, that's a little bit too stiff. But, number one, I asked for it. Number two, it does happen. I get it. I'm not saying that accidents don't happen. It does. And what's driving me nuts is that people are posting about when Seth Rollins did it. Yeah. What people don't understand, and they're posting the stupid freaking picture that I saw when he injured Sting. And he goes, and the caption wrote right next to it, nobody was mad. When he injured Finn Balor, nobody was mad.
There was a lot of
people pissed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Including us.
We were one of them. Bret Hart even came out and said, no, he should retire. He's hurting too many people. Blah, blah, blah. Whether he's right or not, everybody is entitled to their opinion. That's why we do this show. So you can agree with us. You cannot agree with us. That's fine. But I'm here to tell you.
It's our POV.
It's our POV and it's your POV, exactly. But I'm here to tell you that accidents do happen in the ring. But in Brie's case, come on, man. There is no way that she went to the freaking Performing Arts Center to train again.
Right.
And to harness her, just to stay up to par with everybody else. There is no way. Botching 2 suicide dives in one match.
Right.
Doing that, the list goes on. What else does she need to do before everybody can say, yeah, you know what?
Really hurt somebody.
She did. Liv Morgan.
I'm saying, taking them out completely.
It's either way.
Like they did to Daniel Bryan.
It's churlish.
Maybe it's like a Daniel Bryan's revenge because of all the concussions he's had.
Nah. Okay. Damn. Anyway. So, all right. So, if you guys still want to talk about this situation, just comment on our Facebook page. Again, we got a Facebook page, Wrestling POV. Just look it up and write a review. We're still waiting. Anyway, so the other things going on our Facebook poll, oh my God, we've been talking for a while about it. There was a picture I had to put up. I thought it was funny. Some unsolved mysteries in the WWE. One was, who raised the briefcase at King of the Ring in 1999? Yeah. And the other one was, what was CM Punk going to say about Vince McMahon before they cut off his mic?
Yes.
That one was my favorite.
And the other one I found intriguing was a picture of Byron Saxton and Stardust, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes. It says, who really is Byron Saxton? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Interesting, right? And the other
Wait a second.
What?
Stardust was Cody Rhodes?
No.
Oh, okay. I must have heard wrong.
Yeah, I think you did. Shh, don't say nothing. Okay. So the other one was Kevin Owens with pie in his face, and it said, who threw the pie at Kevin Owens?
You're right. Nobody still knows to this day.
Nobody still knows to this day. And then, of course, the final one, what actually happened that one night in Milwaukee.
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 That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Anyway,
sorry.
So somebody comment, and please, somebody, if you know what this is, bring me up to date on this. Brian Williams, he said, tune into the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. What's he mean by that? I don't get it.
So Dragon Ball Z, they would have like at the end of the episode, what will happen next? Will blah blah blah? Will he make it to the next mountain? Find out next time. So what happened in Milwaukee? Tune in next time to the next Dragon Ball.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. All right, so it's not even worth my breath on that
A millennium will get it.
A millennium. Victor Gonzalez says, "Damn it, you beat me to it." All right. Yeah. So then the final one I put on it was which one was the greatest interest ever? The video of Titus O'Neil, Titus World Slide, actually at the Greatest World Rumble, and of course at an indie show, a guy he thought he was 7 foot tall tried to go over the top rope.
Dude, they both were fucking hilarious.
Botched it big time and took a huge dive. So a lot of people, they laughed at that. I just posted just for the hell of it. So that was
with that indie guy was definitely funny.
Come on, you can't front of a Titus World Slide.
But
no, definitely. But they were supposed to be like enforcers coming into the ring to get this one guy.
Yeah. you eliminated yourself like an idiot. But it was just too fun because the home dude is probably 6 foot at best.
Right.
People that should be doing that is people like 6'4" and up. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You're not that bad.
Wow.
Moron. All right. So now, hater comment of the week. Anything? Anything that stood out?
Dragon Ball Z guy.
True, yeah, because I didn't understand it. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to that one. Now, what, Rick?
I think we should go with Brie Bella with her stupidity about that.
Her tweet.
She's not trying to hurt anybody in the wrestling business.
Okay, yeah. All right, Miguel.
Okay, hater alert!
All right, so now that's pretty much it for the Facebook. But before we go into the news, rumors, and injury, there was another post that I saw. Very concerning to me because on this show, everybody knows, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Mimi is of Puerto Rican descent. And Rick Serrano III is Italian and Puerto Rican. And we got Miguel Cole, who is Mexican. But
he's Mexicloth.
Mexicloth, sorry, my bad.
Also, half puppet.
I was going to get to that if you gave me 2 more seconds. Now, on the show, we tend to joke a lot. Whether it's racist, I love a good racist joke. I ain't going to lie. Even if it's about me, I don't care. A laugh is always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Do we go over the line? Yeah, sometimes. But it's funny. And we don't mean no harm to nobody about it.
Absolutely not.
We don't mean, we're not racist by far. We are not. Rick's got family that's half black, and because I'm not saying African American. I grew up saying them they were black. They're black. Mimi, her children
full Italian
are half black.
Yeah.
I have a nephew now that's half black, and I have black people in my family. Mimi's got black people in her family. Rick, you have black people in your family.
Yep.
And we both have white. The only one we're missing is Asian.
The only one we're missing is Asian.
Mm-hmm.
And
so we'll have the United Nations.
My great niece, she's half Filipino.
That's right, we do.
It's
you do.
I did. So, but the thing is, we have just about every ethnic group. Mimi, some of your nephews are white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your cousins are white. Some of them, a lot of them.
And you know what? I did the DNA ancestry thing.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of Eastern European, Western European, Southern European, and then of course I got the Tainos.
Yeah, those guys represent the Tainos. So, but what I'm getting at is this. We're not racist by far. We are not.
I don't know.
When it comes to wrestling, we make jokes about everybody, and for me, that's what makes this show, because we do make fun of each other, make fun of other people, and to me, that's what's funny. But I saw this one comment, and I didn't post it because I was not. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this on the show because it really bothers me.
Okay.
Someone posted, and it was a black guy that posted this, and he posted that Kofi Kingston is one of the greatest talents of all time. If he was white, he would be heavyweight champion by now. Now, of course, a lot of people got on his shit and said, dude, that's racist. And now he's saying it's not. That's not racist. But he goes, but I'm just speaking truth. And he goes, name 5 black heavyweight champions that WWE's ever had. You know, but it's like, well, it's not just WWE. It's other places, too. Mm-hmm. Ron Simmons broke the freaking, he was like...
color barrier.
He broke the color barrier.
Right.
When he became heavyweight champion for WCW. Okay? Mm-hmm. You got Bobo Brazil, who was probably the meanest son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Coco Beware. You know what I'm saying? Still one of the greatest talents, underrated by far. Okay?
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog's another one. Vince loved that guy.
Mm-hmm. And
okay? Not only that, The Rock. Hello?
Yeah.
Wasn't he just heavyweight champion?
For a long time.
But you know what this guy
He's
said?
the people's champion.
You know what this guy said? He goes, no, he represents the Samoan side more. It's like, seriously? Seriously? His dad was tag champions with Tony Atlas. Okay? And then the one of them all, and still is employed by WWE, is a 5-time champion in Booker T. Mm-hmm. So,
and what's his name? The one who forgets a lot.
Truth, R-Truth.
R-Truth.
He hasn't won a title. Mark Henry. Exactly. But you know what?
R-Truth is like, he's a staple in WWE.
One of the ambassadors for WWE is Titus O'Neil.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, he's trying to say that WWE is racist. That's what he's trying to do.
Right.
Now, my thing is, when that incident happened with Titus O'Neil, when he grabbed Vince McMahon on a live show, and Vince suspended him, he could have fired him, but did he? No.
No.
He didn't. And it had nothing to do with the color of his skin. Nothing.
No. He just, it was how he manhandled him.
Yeah. Yeah. And granted, that's your boss.
Not only that, but Vince is a 70-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
You know, he has muscles, but he's a fucking old man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have Titus, who's strong, and he was probably scared, and he was probably, you know, like shaken by this. Like, oh shit,
absolutely.
he's gonna slam me or something. You know, and and you have to make an example out of somebody.
Exactly. No, and I agree with that.
You know,
but the bottom line is that's your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I challenge anybody right now, go to your job and grab your boss like that and see what happens. Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But we
didn't send you now.
No, but if you do it, let us know. I want to hear it. That's funny. Anyway, but no, my thing is that every time somebody threw something at him, he kept saying something back, and it was being so. I'm just so damn tired of this whole racism shit. Period. You know, and it's like you can't please everybody. You know, like I said, somebody threw out Mark Henry, and he goes, "Oh, he's just a token white guy," or some. Oh, he called him Uncle Tom. He called him.
Really?
Yes. You know, Farouk, Ron Simmons. Somebody threw that at him, and he said the same thing. It's like, so, you know, and then The Rock, too.
So all the black people in WWE are token white guys?
They're just token white guys or Uncle Toms? Get the fuck out of here.
Then why the hell are you watching it?
Exactly. But he, I don't know, this guy made no sense at all. I was not going to respond to him, period. Because I was just like, no, you know what? I'm going to talk about it on the show. You know, if I see it again, though, maybe I probably might put it up. But my thing is that it was just so ridiculous that I had to see that. Now, nothing against Kofi Kingston. Is he a great talent? Yeah, he is. But my thing is this. As a worker myself, if I'm in a great faction like I was back in the day, it was called the Canadian Nightmares. We were the biggest faction in the Indies at the time. Okay? And that's truth. I'm not just saying that because I was in it. That's truth, you know, back in the 90s. So now he's in probably one of the biggest factions in wrestling history. They broke, and that's the other thing. They broke the record for holding the tag team title. They beat Demolition.
Yep.
Why would he want to leave that to you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, Kofi Kingston, listen, like you said, he's a great athlete and all that stuff, but he's a big card guy. And some guys just don't elevate to the top.
Right, and that's
you know,
true.
That's where he is. Big E, listen, don't get me wrong. I do think that there are cases in which African Americans are treated differently when it came to wrestling for a while, for a long time. I feel like they've gotten a lot better. But for a long time, it was, you guys are going to dance, you guys are going to be funny, and stuff like that. And then Bobby Lashley came in, and Mark Henry came in, and, you know, and then things started to change.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's another guy, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
He was heavyweight champion. Come on,
I
man.
mean, do I think that there was a time where, you know what, we're not just going to give him opportunities? I think so.
Okay.
Do I think that times have changed? Absolutely. And I think the New Day has changed that. Because the New Day, they said they created who they wanted to be. This is the New Day's idea from the beginning.
Except for the gospel part. The gospel part came up, that was Vince.
Yes. And
Vince
how
came up with
fast
that.
they get rid of that?
Yeah. I mean, they still use the music, though, but that's just what
but that was the old school mindset of Vince McMahon.
Exactly.
Because, again, Vince McMahon is coming, and I'm not saying that Vince is not a little racist. I mean, I think he is. But that's an old school mindset. And New Day's like, you know what, we'll take it. Yeah. And we're going to make it work for us. And they made it work for them, and that's why they are the longest reigning tag team champions of all time.
And I totally agree. I don't think Vince is a racist, to be honest, because, like I said, I mentioned it on the show last week. He loves R-Truth to death, and he'll do anything. Did you just had an accident there? You all right?
Yeah,
Did you fall?
Almost fell.
Is it your wrestling injury? But anyway, I don't think, like I said, I don't think Vince is a racist at all. No. Because if he was, he would not be in business. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, one of the biggest people that he loves is R-Truth. You know, Ron Simmons was another guy he adored. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Rock. You know, I mean, come on, man. It's just, don't be stupid. You know, just
don't be ignorant.
You know, because in all honesty, when was the last Hispanic champion?
That's what I was trying to get at.
When was the last Hispanic champion? You don't see us crying about it. I don't. You know, one of the greatest.
No, we have a champion, guys.
Been out there already, man. But one of the greatest, though, back in the day, was Carlos Colon. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And look at the Colon Sons. They've been heard.
Yeah, they're one of the mid-carders that barely is on TV. And when they're on TV, it's like, oh, shit, they're still employed?
Yeah.
Damn. But, you know, Carlos
Tito
Colon.
Santana.
You know, Tito Santana. One of the other, and he belongs in that top 5 of greatest Intercontinental champions. I'm sorry. And you know,
wait. You can't forget.
What? I'm forgetting.
Latino.
Eddie Guerrero. You know,
619.
Yeah,
you know I had to go with
another one was one of the greatest heavyweight champions too. You know, so he was there, but you don't see, you know, and I think he was the last one. Mm-hmm. But you don't see us complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? Would it be nice? Yeah, sure, why not? But I mean, come on, let's not. Don't bring. You know, one of the reasons why I love wrestling is because it's different. It's a men's soap opera, for God's sake. I wanted to get into it because I loved entertaining, and I just had a lot of fun doing it, and I didn't want politics involved in it. I didn't want racism involved in it. But then when people like that, they start that shit, it tends to do a little trend about it, and there's no place for it, and they got no proof that there's racism in wrestling. You know,
I mean, and this is not the first time that somebody's tried to play that fucking part.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
And you know, Booker T put a kibosh to it, and then all of a sudden,
he did.
Now he's fucking Uncle Tom. Get the fuck out of here.
Now he's Uncle Tom. Yeah, go figure that one out.
You know, like, guys, you don't see Miguel complaining there's no puppet champion ever. Excuse me, we have one of the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Damn!
Oh! Jesus. This is Marky Mark himself.
Marky Mark himself, yeah. But all right. Anyway, we went way long with these two subjects, but it's something that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, and plus the people that are listening to the show, anyways, they know damn well that we don't mean no ill will on anybody. It's just
definitely not.
We hear a joke, we think it's funny, and that's it. That's just the bottom line. Even if you're a white guy, it don't matter.
We're pushing for an Asian champion, guys.
We are.
I mean, I want Shinsuke. I want Shinsuke to get that WWE title more than anybody.
Exactly, right? He'll be the first one, wouldn't he, or no?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit. Wow. All right, so without any further ado, we have to talk about the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right, before we do that, let's get into some birthdays. All right, speaking of Asian, Asuka turns 37 years old.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, how old?
37?
Holy
Dude, when I saw her, she looked like she was 19.
Right?
You know what they say?
No, what
No, what they say?
Oh, I was just trying something different there. Speaking of...
Didn't work.
Speaking of Asian looking young, Carrie Sane turns 30.
Jesus Christ. Seriously?
She don't look 16?
No, she does look 16.
She does look 16. Holy shit.
Oh, man. Well, someone who doesn't look 16, Matt Hardy turns 44 going on 55.
Yeah, he does look old, though. Wow.
Sonya Deville turns 25.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And last but not least, Stephanie McMahon turns 42 double D.
Nice.
42 double D.
That's
Oh, man. With that being said, it's time for the wrestling news from around the world. All right, well, we spoke a lot about Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston not only is the longest reigning tag team champion of all time, he sets the individual record as tag team champion over 954 days. He broke Billy Gunn's record of 953 days.
Wow.
Oh.
Why you copying me?
Wow.
Yes.
Good for him.
So, I don't remember him having the title for that long.
Me neither.
But he wasn't he a tag team partner with somebody else?
I think so.
With a bunch of people. CM Punk with the Miz, I think. He was champion a lot of times.
Right,
I still remember him having it that long. But again,
I didn't realize
he had
it was
it for
that many
over
times.
450, so it was half, yeah.
Good for
And I
him.
remember Billy Gunn having it for that long.
I remember Billy Gunn having it that long.
But I mean, the Smoking Guns had it for a while, I think.
Yeah.
But damn.
That's right, yeah.
Next up, Raw, Monday Night Raw this past week, had its worst ratings
I heard.
in WWE history.
Yeah.
History! The lowest rated show of all time. Not 1995.
You're pushing it a little bit, Rick.
2018.
Wow.
There are more people on this earth than there were in 1992. And it's 2018 in the record books. It's the worst rated show of all time.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, speaking of ratings, 205 Live ratings has gone up.
Yeah.
It's been moved to Wednesday nights, right an hour before NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, something I suggested a long time ago they should have done.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's not like WWE don't be spying on us anyway. Shit.
Exactly.
Deleting those videos.
Delete the video. Shit.
So, actually, for those that don't know, you want to tell them what happened, Rick?
All right, so Tony posted a video of Ruby Riott with Brie Bella hitting Ruby Riott, and then we just got an email, a notification saying that our video has been taken down because WWE is arguing with it, saying that it's their property. Right. But Tony also posted a video of Liv Morgan and Brie Bella, and that didn't get argued. Right. So I went on Facebook and I said, Facebook, I dispute this. And they said, all right, give us a couple of days. And a couple of days later, WWE won the argument. Yeah. And I just don't get it. That's showing that they want to protect Brie Bella.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like I said, fuck you, WWE.
Wow, that's with a capital F too.
That
Well,
one?
a PH. I'm cool.
Okay.
Oh, damn. He went
He
Chinese.
said, "Fuck you."
Oh,
Fuck you,
Asian.
man.
Whoa,
Wong, you hear me?
What he said?
What'd you say?
Asian American.
Asian American.
Yes.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Chinese.
Chinese, Japanese. Look at these.
Speaking of Canadians, my last bit of news: Nicole Matthews, a Mae Young Classic competitor from Canada, is banned from the U.S. for 5 years after working on a travel visa instead of a work visa. Her response on Twitter: "Timing, eh?"
That's funny.
That is funny.
So
That's
she,
crazy though. Like she can't come back for 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
well, you know, there are laws on the books, man.
That's it.
You just gotta abide by the laws
What
of
are you
this
gonna do?
country.
So, what is this whole visa thing about?
It's a credit card, Miguel.
Oh yeah, I max that out all the time, Mr. Ricks.
Rick's, right? All right.
Wait, so you don't have a visa? No.
Uh-oh, look out. Ice is coming.
Maybe,
Ice, baby.
All right, so let's go straight on to rumors. Paige, she tweeted again about speculation of the arrival of women's tag team championships to be introduced soon. So, do you think they're going to do this before Evolution pay-per-view?
You have to.
They
They
have to.
right?
Yes.
Especially the fact that they've been pairing everybody off. I mean,
Right.
come on now. They just paired off Asuka with Naomi. Mm-hmm. It's like, come on, man.
They're
Anyway.
two psychedelics, and they're both infamous for the booty bounce.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, they're both infamous for that.
Well, when we saw them in New Mexico, once Nikki Cross was doing the booty thing too.
Yeah, no, but I'm
that shit
saying
was funny.
I was talking more like, you know how
The hip attack.
Yeah,
Oh,
the hip attack, and then you have what's her name, Naomi, who does the booty thing like
Yeah.
this on the butt.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's-
yes, I wasn't talking about smack that culo.
no, but she was. Nikki
They
Cross
were
was trying.
doing that's what she was doing, Nikki
Yeah.
Cross. So they started copying her.
Imagine Naomi farts when she does this shit.
I'm pretty sure she does.
You know what? I got to tell this story now. Rikishi one day told me in a locker room at an indie show that, remember, obviously Rikishi's known for what? Wearing that thong and,
Yeah.
distinct face and shit like that. The man has 2 thongs that he wears. He has one that is clean and one that is dirty that he keeps in a plastic bag. Mm-hmm. And obviously the ones that are clean, he uses it, he'll wear those if he's facing somebody he likes. And the dirty ones, he uses it for people he don't like. So if you gave Rikishi a hard time, he would wear those because he knew that everybody would want to see the stink face. He knew that. He's not stupid. So what he would do is, like, if it was somebody he did not like, let's just say JBL. I'm just throwing him out there. I'm not saying he does, but let's just say JBL, and he didn't like him or whatever. He would wear the dirty thongs. He would eat like tacos and burritos and shit like that. That'll make him take
Fart?
a shit. And right before the match, he would just unload one in the fucking in the bathroom. Wipe very lightly. Very lightly, and he just will be ripping farts from the time he gets out the curtain all the way up into the ring. He would just start ripping farts. And he so a lot of those times, like when you see them people's face, they're like, ugh, those are probably people he hated.
Oh wow!
All right, that was story time. All right, so now another rumor, which I thought this was pretty interesting, and it could be. I think this is going to happen anyways. But Dean Ambrose, he was supposed to turn heel on the Shield before he got hurt last year.
Okay.
So that time that they did bring them all together, he was supposed to turn heel back then. So it's at least possible WWE could go back to that. I mean, could
It
happen.
looks like they're going to.
They teased the hell out of it.
I know.
So that very well could be.
Yeah.
Could happen. So, all right, so that's all I got for rumors. Rick, what do you got for injury?
I don't know if you guys heard, Liv Morgan got a concussion.
Get out of here. You know what? Let's talk about that.
Oh, man. Sorry, Liv Morgan. Yeah, she has a concussion, so she'll be out for a little while.
Yeah. Now, now here's my only concern, though. You got Sasha Banks, who's injured. Alexa Bliss is injured. You got Liv Morgan that's injured. That's 3 people. That's almost their whole entire women's division.
Yep.
Are they going to make it for the Evolution pay-per-view?
I mean, it's either that or get Mimi Goody in the ring.
There you go.
Wait, no, you're not going to get me in there. You got the NXT women. You have the Mae Young Classic women.
I agree.
You know, so
no one wants to see that.
Yeah.
They want to see Alexa Bliss. They want to see Sasha Banks.
How do you
Sasha
know?
Banks.
They want to see these women too because these women
the
are real wrestlers compared to your Nikki Bellas and the Brie Bellas.
And your Brie Bellas.
Exactly why we want to see Alexa Bliss.
Well, I'm just saying, they're injured, so go to the next best thing, which is.
But we don't know them, baby. We don't know who they are.
Yeah, you do.
I tell you this much: Nikki Cross better be heavily involved in this pay-per-view.
Oh hell yeah!
And
I'm gonna throw her in an NXT title match with like 8 women.
Yeah, I know, right? She can handle that shit. She can. All right, so let's get on to Raw notes. All right, Baron Corbin welcomed Stephanie from a limo as Raw kicked off, and Triple H was with her too. She was questioning Corbin's decision to put himself in a Universal title match last week. He said the Shield was just out of control. I'm like, okay. She says mistakes are tolerable up to a point. She then told him to find 2 partners to take on the Shield tonight, which would be the main event. Yeah. So I was first thing, I ain't gonna lie, and I really did say this. I knew it was gonna be AOP. It had to have been AOP. Who else? Who else? Anyway. What was that?
The Ascension.
Oh, Jesus, imagine. So anyway, so she went on to say that if he can't keep it under control, Kurt Angle will have to come back from vacation sooner rather than later. Kurt Angle's not on vacation, folks. He's doing what Brie should have been doing. Okay?
Yeah.
He's training. So the Shield were out next. Braun Strowman was out there. He tried to drive a wedge between the Shield. Strowman said he already see Dean Ambrose begin to see light. He said he deserves better. So they were trying to do this angle where Dean should turn on them.
Lord. Yeah.
But you know what? I was intrigued by it. I was like, all right, let's see where they go. Yeah. I said, let's see where they go. Let's see. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Another 6 segments later.
Yeah.
Still a dream.
Ziggler said that a crown jewel, Strowman will be Universal Champion. If Dean were with him, the Intercontinental Championship was all his. Roman told him to shut up and that the people didn't pay their money to see them talk trash. He then told them to bring it, and they approached the ring only for Corbin to stop him. He said that his partners would take care of the Shield later tonight and spoil the reunion before it began. So, all right, Finn Balor versus Jinder. Fowler won. Fowler. Wow, I combined his name. Fowler. You know who that dude is? You don't know who Fowler is? You don't know who Fowler is? Nobody? Anybody?
No.
Not one person?
No.
All right. Finn Balor, he won. And then they're doing this shit again where Jinder attacked Sunil.
Yeah.
He's always beating the crap out of
Right?
Sunil.
It's like his brother need to come back. Beat the shit out of him. Okay, then,
I think they should jump his stupid ass,
right?
pimply looking face.
Then the next matchup, it was Natalya and the Bella Twins versus the Riot Squad. Of course, Ruby hit the Riot kick to get the win. And then another confrontation backstage with Dolph Ziggler confronting Ambrose. And I liked it. He said that he spoke out there. He was truth. He was speaking the truth. Okay. He was speaking the truth. He provoked him to do nothing in the Shields match later on. Okay. Then it was Chad Gable versus Connor. Connor wins. Finally.
Yeah, that was shocking.
That was shocking. So, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus The Revival. I liked this match. This was a really good match.
This was a good match.
Right? It was really good. I dug it. I thought it was really cool. I was like, it's about time. Jeepers.
Predictable.
Well, a little bit.
It was.
I mean, there was that time.
Just a little bit.
No. Anyway. Dolph and Drew retained, but this match was good. So then up next it was the Kevin Owens show with Elias. Leo Rush came out. I can't take Leo Rush serious, man.
No.
His voice is killing me.
That voice is terrible.
It's killing me, but it's funny. So Leo Rush came out. He thanked him, invited him to the Man of the Hour, the KO show. Kevin Owens said, before you refer yourself to the in the third person, come to the ring. It was funny because Elias had a little booster seat for Leo Rush to sit on. So then all that shit happened. He calls out Bobby Lashley. Ends up being a match between Elias versus Bobby Lashley. Of course, Lashley won, which should be, and I think it's going to end up as a tag team at the Super Showdown.
Yeah, with John Cena, which makes zero sense.
Zero sense. He's tweeting. Did you see his latest tweet?
Yeah.
About retiring.
Yeah.
Do
it, please.
Okay.
I mean, he's speaking Chinese now.
I know, right?
John.
Yeah. Anyway.
Take Nikki with you.
So up next it was Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox. Winner was Nia Jax. So then Nia Jax. Then Drew McIntyre confronted Dean Ambrose.
Oh God.
And so the one thing I liked was at the end when Drew's told him.
It was over.
Right? When Drew told him, he said, after all, it's not like he's ever stabbed you in the back. Mm-hmm. So I like that part. I was like, oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So the main event, it was the Shield versus Baron Corbin and, of course, I said it, Authors of Pain. Let me tell you something. I like this match. I like the fact that they gave the Authors of Pain a lot of offense. As a wrestler, again, I do have to say that they looked scared at a couple of times, like when they clothesline Roman outside.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell that they held back a lot. It was like, nah, dude, fucking just go for it, man. You're in the main event. Do it, man. Anyway, but he did. They looked. He looked a little. They looked, both of them, but they did look fierce. I like it. I was happy for him. I was like, good. About damn time. Would we see more of them? I don't know. Anyway, Ambrose hits the Dirty Deeds, tags and Reigns, and then he hits a suicide dive. Reigns sealed the match with a spear on Corbin. So, which was the right person got pinned,
yes.
in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The right person got pinned. Results: the Shield defeated Baron Corbin and AOP. Ambrose looked a little lost, teasing the fact that he was going to leave him. Which they wouldn't do it now because they still got the Super Showdown.
Super Showdown.
I mean, if they didn't say that about 1,000,000 times on Raw,
I know, right? Jesus Christ!
it was preposterous.
They would have fired me after the second one. So
God.
he seemed torn between the two factions, but ran back in the ring and raised his fist in unison. So that is your Raw. So now the good, the bad, and the ugly of Raw. All right, the good main event. AOP getting in the main event. I was so happy for. I was excited. I was like, good for them. Something different that we haven't seen in Raw in a while, which I'm kind of surprised that they had the lowest ratings. It was good. To me, it was good. The Dean Ambrose drama, I thought that was pretty interesting, the way they played it off and teasing the fact that he could turn, which I would rather see Dean Ambrose turn, to be honest. The tag title match was very good. Seth getting into Drew's head about turning, I thought that was pretty interesting, and I liked it. Because then there was two things happening, and you didn't know which one it was. I just wish they did more on Drew than they did on Dean. The bad. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
That was horrible.
I'm still scratching my head. Why? Why are they doing this? Either turn Bobby Roode already or not.
No, Chad Gable's coming off like one of those Connor Cure kids.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's fucked up.
That's not
It's
right.
like, yo, they're not supposed to be in the ring, bro.
Exactly right. Yeah, that was just too bad. And of course, the bad also was Liv's concussion. To me, honestly, but you know what? I got to give her credit, which nobody talked about, was just the fact that even when Brie saw that she was knocked out and had a little bit of concern and tried to cover her, Liv still kicked out of it, even though it was weak as hell. She still kicked out of it. She still did the triple suplex, before they finally said, hey, you need to get out of here, man.
Right.
You're badly injured and you need it. And they attended to her at ringside. And now, of course, the ugly Breeze kicks to Liv, and of course the stiff shot to Ruby. Homegirl does not. She needs to go back to NXT or go back to the Performance Center and
Should
get
we
retrained.
put Brie Bella in the book?
Well, that's what. Instead of Bree's belly, it's Bree's botches in the book.
Breeze botches.
Yeah.
Because that's 3 in a row.
I agree with it.
Me too.
We just changed it from Bree's belly to Bree's botches.
So Breeze botches. I don't give a shit what anybody says. To be that careless in the ring, no. That's no. All right. So do the honors, Rick.
All right,
Because we
Bree's
changed it up.
botches. You just made the book.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. That is your Raw. And when we come back, we got SmackDown Breakdown. Thanks, Miguel. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are looking for somebody to do a rap song for our opening theme. Yeah. Make sure you send it in, man. We got a beat for you guys to do your little flow, your 16 bars, your 32 bars, your 64 bars, whatever you got. We got the length for you. And we want you to rap about us, the Wrestling POV podcast crew, Tony Diaz, BB Goody, Rick Serrano III, and Miguel Cole. And, of course, the Wrestling POV podcast itself. Use our catchphrases like interesting but stupid, preposterous, what the refrigerator. We got a whole bunch of different things that you can use.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in and make sure you send it to our Facebook page at Wrestling POV or email us at WrestlingPOV@gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's a couple people that I know they're working on it right now. So
yes, that's awesome. So we definitely
I'm
want to hear from you guys.
Not to see, but to hear how it goes. Yeah, and like what Rick said, though, it's going to be our intro song. Our new intro song. So for years we've had Hungry Jack, the guy that did it for us. The song is called "Sumo Prostitute." I gotta have a talk with him. But yeah, he allowed us to use his song, and it's been our song since day one. So we're trying to change the show up a little bit. Trying to be a little diverse. We had the little heavy metals riff going, so now we're gonna switch to rap. And I'm looking forward to see how these turn out.
Yeah, and also let's not forget, WPOV is expanding to Wrestling POV Global, and we're looking for 2 female hosts to host that show. We'll be doing coverage of Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're looking for 2 females to host this show. Yeah. We're going to come up with the format. All you need to do is bring your charisma, and we will have you on the show. We'll have 2 shows per week. We will cover WWE, and the females, they will cover Wrestling POV Global.
And I tell you,
guys,
the overwhelming responses is really good, and so you guys got to give us time to look through them, to listen to your guys' voices. We will be calling, and to just to see how you are, and I've always said it since day one. You gotta have thick skin to be on this show. And oops, damn! I just kicked the dog. And if you wanna, POV Global, it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. So just remember, you gotta have thick skin. You gotta understand that when we do this interview process, it's gonna be thorough. You gotta know your shit for sure. So
there's keyboard warriors out there looking. So make sure you know your stuff. Yeah. All right, it is now time for the SmackDown Breakdown.
Break it down.
Carmella and R-Truth for Truth TV. Okay. R-Truth trying to get Carmella over with the Princess of Staten Island in Denver. Didn't really work. And they call out their first guest, Daniel Bryan.
Jesus. Let me tell you something, man. I loved this segment. R-Truth and Carmella. I'm digging the pair.
Yep.
But Daniel Bryan ruined it.
Right?
Totally.
Right. It was terrible. Like when he thinks something is stupid, he has that stupid face on that he's letting you know that he thinks what you're saying is stupid. Like
and then how many times did he say, "This is better than Miz TV"?
Shut up!
This is better than Miz TV.
It's
That
infinitely better than
stupid
Miz
fucking
TV.
smile that he does. Want to fucking at you? God damn it!
God, man.
Ruined a perfectly good thing. Damn.
If only Brie was there, she could have hit him and botched something and took him out.
No, she probably would have botched that up too. Thank you.
They were talking about how if Daniel Bryan wins, he'll be number one contender for the WWE Championship, and that's what he's been doing since he came back. No, you've been losing since you came back.
Right?
Yes.
Miz interrupts and makes his way to the stage and is telling Truth that it's his show, and Truth's like, I beat you last week, and if you had a title, then I would have that, so I took your show. And Miz was upset about that and left, and Paige said, well, you got a match against R-Truth for your TV show. I thought it was a good match, but Daniel Bryan on commentary really kills it because, again, he makes you know that he doesn't care about what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's too noticeable.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Like, talking about how, again, infinitely better Truth TV was than the Miz TV. It's just, you're not talking about the action in the ring. And I get it, it's the job of the other guys, but you're not focusing on what the Miz is doing or R-Truth is doing. You're just being fucking, oh God, so irritating.
Wow, Rick? What's in that glass of milk?
Oh man, I think I took too much Viagra. I'm a wrecking machine. The Miz ended up winning with an eye poke to R-Truth and hit him with the skull crushing finale for the win. Then Daniel Bryan ran him off. This one I was a little weirded out by. Charlotte's photo shoot gets interrupted by Becky, and this is what I said about Daniel Bryan. Charlotte does not sell well. She's just like Nia Jax. Nia Jax doesn't sell getting hurt well. Charlotte doesn't sell getting hurt well. Becky is throwing you into something. Why are you not letting yourself loose? Why are you stiffening up and lessening the blow? She did that 3 times, guys.
What?
3 times. And all 3 times, Charlotte stiffened up and then was on the floor. And Becky's just like, what the fuck? Come on, man. What are you doing?
Fuck you doing, man?
It's like, why are you stiffening up, man? Your dad used to be so good at this.
I know, right?
Well, but she's not her dad.
No.
Well, she acts like she is with all the stealing of his material. God, I'm surprised she didn't go, woo, as she was getting kicked. Booyah! No, I said woo.
Oh.
Oh
my
but
God.
yeah, Becky was just like, take the Chubb's photo.
Fuck you doing?
Fuck you doing, man?
She spells it F-O-K, so just so you know. Fuck you doing?
Speaking of fuck you doing, we had Sheamus versus Big E. This was a good match.
This is what I do.
What?